Hello and welcome to John Dixon and Associates Weekly Podcast. I'm Drew Dixon, sitting here with Scott Pinson, and we're here with you. It's the very 1st of February, and we're getting ready for our February 9th auction, which got some great properties in it. You don't want to miss this opportunity. We'll go through and talk about a couple of the properties. We got a couple lots up in Ellijay, mountain lots, selling absolute. So one of them was actually in our last auction, and a lady was at the auction, was a high bidder, wrote out her check, got home, and called us and said, well, not going to be closing on that. Unfortunately for her, she forfeited her earnest money, so we're offering again. Had a few calls.
There's nothing wrong with that lot, though, right?
No, nothing at all. Over 3 acres, beautiful gated community. It just, her husband decided they weren't going to buy that lot. But no, it's a great lot. Just had some people calling saying, look, this was absolute in your last auction. How are you selling it again? Well, that's the story.
We'd love to say that never happens, but
That's right.
every once in a while something like that does happen.
That's right. So be ready. These are these contracts aren't contingent on you deciding later that you don't want it. It's a cash contract, and you put your money down, and if you don't close, you lose that earnest money, unfortunately. But got some great mountain lots. Got some commercial buildings, Scott.
Well, I'm going to let you speak about the commercial building in Abbeville, South Carolina, industrial space. There's going to be a lot of interest in that.
That's right. It's 45,000 square feet, right at 10 acres of land, on a rail line. Used to be a blue jean manufacturing place. Later became a warehouse for a light company that needed a place to store interior lights and exterior lights. But now the owner does not live in the country, has no use for this building, and ready to move on from it. If you want to look at it, contact me. There is a lockbox on the property. Be happy to get you in it, let you take a look at it. It'll be worth your time.
Well, and usually in our auctions, we're selling the majority of properties that are absolute. Same thing with this auction. A lot of times people will come up to me. Ever since I started investing in real estate, they'll come up to me and say, how can I get started? How can I invest in real estate? This is exactly how. You can become a real estate investor on February 9th. We're selling a lot of properties that are absolute. We're selling some mountain properties. I'm just looking here at the list. Got a residential lot down in Jonesboro. We got some property up in Raven County, Georgia. So if you want to become a real estate investor, this is the way to do it. One other thing that I'd like to really point out to the viewers today is we're selling that single tenant office building in Winona, Mississippi. It was formerly a pharmacy they've cleaned out. This is a space that you could pick up. You could start leasing it right away. Pictures, all the information is on our website, johndixon.com, or pick up the phone and call me directly. You can call me at 770-310-1388, and we'll be happy to go through any of these properties with you.
And that's a bank-owned property that they're just ready to get off the books.
They
said, look, just tell us what it brings, and send us a contract.
Well, and I think that's what auctions bring, is opportunity to buyers. So if you're looking for opportunity, we just recommend, be there, be in person, or be there online. Get ready to bid, because you just don't know what's going to happen. People will ask us, what do you think this will bring? Well, we don't have a crystal ball. We'd probably just be telling a lie if we told them exactly what we think something will bring, because we don't. And some things will go higher than what we think. Some things will sell lower than what we think. The message to you is to just be ready when opportunity hits, because for that second, you could pick up something and you're going to be very happy that you did that. We're also selling 4 residential lots for a Metro Atlanta home builder. There's 2 in Paulding County in the same subdivision. There's 2 in DeKalb County in the same subdivision. These subdivisions are already built out. These are residential lots that that are going to sell for a low price, but you can pick that. We would guess you can pick these up. You can become a real estate investor right away. And then also some property on Jonesboro Road down in Fairburn.
That's 14 acres.
It's over 14 acres. The seller said, we want to get this. We want to get this gone. We want to turn this real estate into cash. This is going to be an opportunity for a buyer. You could put a house in there, kind of an estate home that's on a bunch of land. You could put townhomes or apartments on this property. So that's a good opportunity right there.
A lot of potential.
And then the last Bailey Station down in Coweta.
Yeah. Right there on Highway 34. Great location, a lot of new stuff right around it. It adjoins Kroger Shopping Center, and just a great location you need to check out. And all these are on our website at johndixon.com. Check them out. That auction's set, ready to go. We're now moving on to the next one where we're gathering property, hoping to do something the end of March. And we've been getting a lot of properties in for it. I talked to a person today that's got a great piece of property right on 515 up in Blue Ridge. They're going to be part of the auction. It's something him and his wife had owned for years, and they had it listed for a while. You know, got a few offers, and then everything went dry on it. No activity since probably in the past 4 years. And they called and said, look, we're tired of seeing this every time it comes to tax time. We got to get rid of this thing, make it happen. So that'll be a part of our March auction.
And we will sell it.
That's right.
That will sell. And like I've been saying, there's just nothing but opportunity as a buyer in these auctions and as a seller. If you just want to turn something into cash, turn real estate into cash, that's what we can do, and we're experts at it.
That's right. With this market now, we have people calling us all the time, daily, looking for things to buy. We have an extensive in-house database with tens of thousands of people who love to buy property at auction, ready to buy, do 1031 exchanges, and so now's the time.
Well, and it's fun, and we love what we do.
That's right.
And I think it shows. We love selling real estate for folks. We love finding real estate for buyers. But you know, that property that you're talking about that's kind of been sitting there for 4 years, you watch. We'll put a sign on that property, and the phones will start ringing that day. We'll get calls 30 minutes after you put the sign up on it, because folks see an auction sign and it just gets people off the fence, and
That's
it gets
right.
buyers calling us.
They know that now's the time. You know, if you got something you're thinking about, well, I wonder what this thing may bring, call us.
Yeah.
You can reach us at the office at 770-425-1141. We're going to shoot you straight. If you're thinking you've got to have $300,000 for it, we go look at it or do a little research on it, and we don't see how it's going to bring $100,000, we're going to tell you. We don't want to waste your time or ours or your money.
Well, I've said it before. We are going to be very conservative. So I think it's fair to say that whatever figure we quote to you on what we think something will bring at auction is probably going to bring more.
That's right. We don't get paid unless it closes. So, you know, the fun part's the auction. The important part's the closing. So we aren't going to tell you something and then you get to auction day and say, well, I'm not going to sell it for that. You know, you told me it'd bring 200. It's brought 100. You know, I'm just not going to sell it for that. You know, we aren't going to waste your time or ours doing that. We're going to shoot you straight. If it's something we think will work, we're going to get you signed up, sell that property for you, and move to close.
Well, and we're moving and shaking. We're
Right.
turn and burn. Okay, so that's what we do. We get properties in an auction, we get them sold, we move on to the next auction.
That's right. That's right. It's a way to liquidate that property at minimal cost and not have to keep up with the taxes, the holding costs, you know, the HOA or any other taxes or fees associated with the property. It's a way to minimize your loss on it. So let us know if you got anything. Go to our website, johndixon.com.
This brochure is on the website,
That's
or
right.
you can always call us and we'll email you one out, or we'll mail you one out if you want one. You can
That's
take a look
right.
at all
We
the
have
properties.
packages on each property
We do.
on there. All the information we have on it. Email either one of us, drew@johndixon.com or scott@johndixon.com. And we'd be remiss if we did not have a trivia question.
We do have a trivia question
thank
today.
God.
And also February, it makes me kind of wonder, when is Groundhog Day? Is that coming up? I don't know.
That should be the trivia question.
It's not the trivia question,
All
but Groundhog Day is sometime in February, I think. So I'm wondering if we're gonna have an early spring or a late winter. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Anyway, this is kind of a deeply American trivia question, but occasionally you can drive around and you can see a cast iron eagle on the side of a house. I've put a couple on mine. Just a cast iron statue of an eagle on a house. What does that represent? So if you know or think you know or just want to guess, send an email with your contact information to scott@johndixon.com. We'll mail you out this limited edition John Dixon Associates coffee mug. But let me know if you think you know the answer on that.
What does a cast iron eagle represent on the side of your house?
Yep.
I know the cast iron skillet represents some good home cooking,
Okay.
but the cast iron eagle, interesting.
You know, have you ever seen an eagle on the side of a house?
I'll be looking. I'm sure I have.
I'll get Danielle to put a picture up of one on the on this podcast.
Danielle, you got that? All right. Well, thank y'all for joining us this week. Be sure to send in some questions you'd like us to address. We've started doing that about once a month, answering different questions that have been sent in. I know we have some, but we can always answer more. So let us know what you'd like to hear us talk about.
Come up and say hello to us at the auction when
That's
you get
right.
there.
That's right. Come check it out. And I promise if you come to the auction, you'll be wanting to buy something. It won't be your last auction. So come check us out. Reach out to us. Love to talk to you. And thank you for joining us today. And we'll be back with you next week. Thank you.